Good afternoon and welcome to PQP 1. We would like to acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of Waju, which is Fort William First Nation, located just beside Thunder Bay. We would like to start off this talk today about really some of the things that we really appreciated in reading your posts over the last 10 days. One of the things that we both really noticed in the work is we really identified your willingness to explore new areas. There were some areas that we were asking you to read about, think about, that for some of you, admittedly, you said this was something that you really had not had a lot of experience in or hadn't really thought too deeply about as being something related to the work that you're doing. But recognizing very quickly that as a principal, it does become the work that you're doing. So we really just wanted to say that we appreciated that open stance to new learning, and the work that we saw and the growth that we saw with the group was really something nice to see.
This was a really heavy module, we know that, Module 3, but it does have much of the legislation and the operational pieces that really come down to things like building management, but then how do you operationalize your building management legislative pieces so that they actually work for student achievement and they're not just sort of an add-on or something that you do in addition to. So when you get to a school, or those of you already in a school, I'm sure you think about how you operationalize your budget and how to work for student achievement, how you make your environment safe, how health and safety and fire safety and all those fit into that. Many of you enjoyed the comments from many of you that this was a lot of new learning for you. That's great. We like to hear that because we want you to challenge yourself as you go. But so good work on that piece of it this week.
One of the things that I'd like you to keep doing, and it's something that we notice that many of you are starting to do more and more as we develop that trust between each other, is really that deep questioning of each other. So when somebody maybe is slightly vague in their response, don't be afraid to probe deeper, to ask questions about what they were thinking, why they say that. Could you have some examples? You've been asking really great questions of each other, and it really does allow that dialogue to unfold in a more natural way, more like a conversation. So we really appreciated that. We just wanted to say a big chimigwech to Pam Agawa for her presentation and for her Twitter conversation. Please feel free to keep the hashtag going and continue that conversation with Pam forever.
Well, and continue to tweet if you're out at things that make you think about your learning in PQP, or you want to share with your colleagues in PQP. If you're using the hashtag LUPQP1, those will come through. So people still get to learn that way.
And I just, searched that out so I can read everything that's happening in case I didn't get, it didn't show up on my own personal account. We really also like the examples of the things that people were doing or had seen happen or were part of in their own schools. And we have a really nice cross-section of Catholic school settings, public school settings, and private school settings, and international schools. So we really are getting to see a really interesting mix of what those realities look like in different settings, and the different challenges and ease of success in some cases in others.
So, and coming up, Module 4. It's not quite as heavy, but it's a really fascinating topic. I think it'll echo or resonate with lots of you who, when you were working through the Ontario Leadership Framework, identified building relationships and developing people as something that you felt was really critical to the mission of the principal, and it really is. It's something that we emphasize, and I'm sure you've seen that in the readings. You will get an opportunity to look at some of the mental health aspects that are realities for schools, and how to create climates and cultures that do build relationships and develop your folks, your staff, but also how you build relationships with your communities, your parents, your students, and think about how all of those are related, again, to student achievement, because they are not a separate piece of it. They are actually quite interrelated.
And we have you viewing the video that Simon Sinek that you viewed in the first week. What we really wanted you to do is have a look at it again and see how has your thinking changed, but also dig into some research to support your new thinking. So it's a chance to either explore the other texts that we have for the course, or go outside of that for certain and look at other areas of research around leadership. So I look forward to seeing what people are thinking now.
Okay.
So on that note, we'd like to wish you a great Module 4, and we'll talk to you in Module 5.
Thank you.